진짜 nonsense, I don't know. How tall are you? I've been asked this question more than 100 times when I was in school. I'm 185 centimeters, which is about 6 feet 1, so I'm pretty tall for Japan. Actually, I grew almost all my height by the time I finished elementary school. I was about 176 centimeters when I was in 6th grade, so I was much taller than my classmates. I always looked older than my age too. At the graduation ceremony, a mother of another student came up to me and said, 息子がこの度はお世話になりました blah 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 blah, which means thank you for taking care of my son, because she thought I was a teacher or something. I was 12 years old. Well, by the way, I'm 22 now. So everything then was too small for me. I just looked stupid. The desks and chairs were stuck together in a classroom, and I couldn't really move my legs. It was very difficult for me to fit in it. My knees always hit the desk. It was very uncomfortable, and I was not happy at all. I even had my own desk. It was the biggest desk in my school, and I was the only one in my class who had a desk that big. Even though it was small. It was kind of small. There is a day called sekigai, which means seat change, where everyone changes seats. Everyone else just took their backpack and book and move it to a new desk. But I had to take my desk with me and move it across the room, which was annoying. Also, Japanese elementary school students all have to use a specific type of backpack called randosuru. They're hard and not flexible. This is what I use. They are kind of expensive too, so usually your grandparents, well, not all the time, they buy them for you. And it was supposed to go down to your waist, but since I was too tall, it just stopped midway down my back. And you also have to wear a bright yellow hat so you are easier to see. This is my sister's. The hat for boys are different shape. Everyone else was really tiny and short and they looked like little kids, but I looked like an adult with a lando suit and yellow hat, so I looked really stupid and funny. I was only less than 10 centimeters shorter than I am right now, so this is what I look like in elementary school. Even now, being really tall in Japan is sometimes annoying because everything is so small. For example, like counters. I cook a lot and the counters are really low, so it's hard for me to do anything in the kitchen. And it makes my back hurt a lot. The doorways, for example, they are really low and I hit my head so many times. I come here to save you. And on buses and trains, sometimes the girls standing next to me would put their hands on the shirt and try to hide their chest because they thought I was taking advantage of being tall to see their chest. I'm not a pervert. I get offended. And on trains, they had rings for you to hold called tsurikawa to keep your balance. For most people, it's far above their heads, so they can hold it easily and balance. But for me, it's right next to my head, like here. So I have to trim my muscle when I'm holding onto it to keep my balance. Like, fuck, it's so low. And then when I'm not holding them, it just hit me in the head. And in Japan, there's a lot of concern about perverts on trains, about guys trying to grab girls and things. So us normal Japanese guys have to be really careful to stay from girls on trains so they don't think we are perverts. But some Japanese girls are really short compared to me. Like they came up to here. They're really short. So when the train is busy and crowded, it's very difficult to avoid them, and I have to use all my muscle I've got. By the way, This is the umbrella I was talking about in my last video. It just broke because of the wind. It's something metal though. Anyway, if you're tall and thinking about coming to Japan, please be careful.